The American dream is being sold on credit, and in 2026, the bill is finally coming due. High interest rates aren't just a headline, they are a wealth killer. You feel it every day. It's the quiet hum of anxiety when you think about your bank account. It's the stack of bills that seems to grow no matter how many you pay. The numbers on the credit card statements don't seem to go down. The situation many people find themselves in can be described as a debt spiral, you know? Imagine being caught in a whirlpool. At first, the current is slow, and you think you can easily swim out. But with each passing moment, the pull gets stronger, dragging you closer to the center. High-interest debt works in exactly the same way. When you carry a balance on a credit card charging over 22%, your monthly payment barely makes a dent in what you actually owe. Most of your money is consumed by the interest charge, feeding the debt and making it grow, even when you're making payments. This is the brutal math of compounding interest working against you. It is a small leak that, if ignored, quickly becomes a flood that sinks your financial ship. We see this with more than just credit cards. Federal student loan rates for undergraduates are now 6.39%. Many private student loans can climb as high as 17.99% for those without perfect credit. That means much of your payment is servicing the cost of borrowing, not reducing principal. You work tirelessly, but the numbers on your statements barely budge. Or worse, they creep higher. You might hear financial news and see staggering numbers like the US national debt soaring past $38 trillion and feel like it's a distant problem for politicians in Washington. But the truth is, the consequences of this massive national borrowing directly affect your personal finances. The government now spends over $1 trillion a year just on interest payments, an amount that surpasses spending on national defense. This immense demand for borrowing puts upward pressure on interest rates across the entire economy, and that pressure trickles all the way down to your kitchen table. When the government has to offer higher interest rates on treasury bonds to attract lenders for its massive debt, it sets a new, higher floor for all other types of borrowing. This is why getting a mortgage feels more expensive, why car loan rates are less favorable, and why your credit card company feels no pressure to lower its rates. Former Federal Reserve Chair Janet Yellen has pointed out that with a debt load this large, the economy becomes highly sensitive to interest rate changes. Essentially, the very tool used to fight inflation, raising rates, now causes immediate and widespread financial strain because both the government and its citizens are so heavily indebted. To break free from the debt spiral, you need more than just willpower. You need a smarter strategy. Most people are familiar with the two classic debt paydown methods: the debt snowball, the debt avalanche. The debt snowball involves paying off your smallest debts first to create psychological momentum. The debt avalanche targets your highest interest debt first to save the most money. Both are good, but in the high-rate environment of 2026, we need something that combines speed and mathematical efficiency. I call this the velocity strategy. The velocity strategy isn't about just paying extra on your debts. It's about actively managing the flow of your money to minimize the damage caused by interest. The core idea is to move your money as quickly as possible to neutralize your most expensive debts. Instead of letting your cash sit in a low-yield checking account for weeks, you strategically deploy it to pay down high-interest principal before the next billing cycle hits. It's about increasing the speed, the velocity, at which your dollars work to reduce debt rather than just service interest. Think of it this way: high-interest debt is like a fire. The snowball puts out the smallest flames. The avalanche targets the hottest part. The velocity strategy is different. It's about cutting off the fire's oxygen supply. By using lower interest credit tools and accelerating your income, you starve the high-interest debt of the one thing it needs to grow: time. You cannot win a battle without a map of the battlefield. The first and most crucial step in the velocity strategy is a complete and brutally honest financial audit. This isn't about judgment or feeling shame. It's about gathering data. Data is power. To start, find and list every single dollar you owe. Pull out your statements. Log into your accounts. Don't leave anything out, no matter how small. Create a simple spreadsheet or use a notebook. For each debt, Write down the total balance you owe, the exact interest rate, the annual percentage rate, the minimum payment, and the due date. Include everything: credit cards, student loans, car loans, personal loans, any money owed to family or friends. Once done, add up two totals: your total minimum monthly payments and the total amount of interest you're paying each month. That second number is the cost of your debt, the real enemy. Next, track your income and expenses. Look at your last 2 months of bank statements and your pay stubs. List fixed expenses, then variable ones. The goal is a clear picture of where your money actually goes. The difference between total income and total expenses is your current cash flow. This process can be uncomfortable. That's okay. This clarity is the foundation of your escape plan. You'll know the exact size of your problem, the precise cost of your interest, and the amount of money you have to work with. Step 2. Interest arbitrage. Making your money work for you. Once your audit is complete, you know exactly which debts are costing you the most. Interest arbitrage is the strategic maneuver. Move your debt from high-cost spots to low or no-cost spots. In simple terms, borrow at low interest, pay off higher interest debt. Most common tool, 0% APR balance transfer card. Stop the interest, attack the principal. In 2026, many banks still offer these promotions. You might pay a one-time transfer fee, typically 3% to 5% of the balance, but you get an introductory 12 to 18-month no-interest period. Example, $8,000 on a card charging 22% APR. Move it to a 0% card with a 3% fee equals $240. This immediately stops the bleeding. That 22% APR was costing you over $140 per month in interest alone. Now 100% of your payment reduces principal. Other tools include personal loans and home equity lines of credit. If you have good credit, you may qualify for a personal loan with a fixed rate much lower than your card, say 9% instead of 22%, giving you a clear schedule and end date. For homeowners, a HELOC might offer an even lower rate, but be extremely disciplined. Your home is collateral. Always read the fine print. Know the rate after the promo ends and have a plan to pay it off beforehand. Never add new spending to the old card you just paid off. Some even close the account to remove the temptation. Step 3. Income acceleration, the fuel for your escape. Reducing your interest rate is a powerful defensive move, but to truly win the war against debt, you must go on offense. This is the fuel that powers your debt paydown engine. In 2026, there are more opportunities than ever to generate extra income through flexible, part-time work and side hustles. The rise of artificial intelligence tools has created a new category of accessible gigs. You don't need to be a tech genius. Many AI-powered platforms allow you to offer simple services like writing social media captions, editing marketing copy, creating basic graphics, cleaning up data in spreadsheets, producing short promotional videos for small businesses. The key is to treat this extra income with a specific purpose. Deposit it into a separate account and make weekly or bi-weekly extra payments toward your targeted debt. The one you move to a 0% card, or the one that still has the highest interest rate. For example, Maria moves $8,000 to a 0% card, then earns $400 per month from an AI side hustle. She throws the entire $400 at the balance and pays it off in 20 months before the promo ends, saving thousands in potential interest. The mindset shift, from prisoner to problem solver. Successfully executing the velocity strategy requires more than just financial tactics. It demands a profound mindset shift. For too long, debt has been framed as a moral failing, a source of shame and secrecy. Start viewing your debt not as a life sentence, but as a math problem waiting for a solution. A math problem is impersonal. It doesn't judge you. It simply presents variables and asks for a solution. Your audit provided the variables: balances, interest rates, cash flow. The velocity strategy provides the formula. Each payment is not a reminder of past mistakes. It is a calculated move in a game you are now playing to win. Embrace patience, avoid instant fix traps, and keep a starter emergency fund so surprises don't shove you back into high-interest credit. Debt isn't a life sentence. It's a math problem, and every math problem has a solution. The goal for today is simply to start. Write down 3 numbers now. Your best guess at total debt, the highest interest rate you pay, and the extra amount, even $20, you could put toward debt each month. How much debt are you fighting right now? Be honest in the comments. We're a community here to help each other out. Subscribe to Profit Pulse to join the movement.